Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing an in the bag. As many of you know, I am now on Innova, so just kind of wanted to update you all on what I am throwing now. So let's get right to it. First, we will start off with putting putters. I'm putting with KC AVRs. I'm enjoying them because they're reliably overstable when you're with a putt like mine, kind of like I'd say a spush putt. So yeah, so I'm never really gonna worry about them turning right on me, and I just really like the way the bead feels when I put my finger down there. So yeah, great putters. Thanks to my dad for showing these to me. So yeah, KC putters. Alright, next we'll go with approach discs. I got 5 of them right now, throwing putters. We'll start off with most understable one. It's a Star Invader. This was given to me by Anthony Barella, so shout out AB. This thing is great. I really like it because I can throw it flat and I know it's gonna turn and just hold. It won't like roll over. Throw it on hyzer, it'll pop up, just go dead straight. Kind of turn just a little bit. But yeah, no, this thing is it's a great throwing putter, and I say we'll give it a try. You know, it's money. And then next on the list, for kind of a step up from that, we got a Nova. I've thrown these in the past, didn't really work out for me, but I just decided to try it out again. This one's really flat. It's like board flat, no pop to it whatsoever. So I really like that about this one. It's kind of like a complement to that Invader. It's straight to a little bit of turn, won't roll over on me. I really like it out here because it's really skippy, the grasses right now, so it's pretty nice for just like up shots and just have it stick. Probably going to be using this a lot out at Shelly Sharp and Memorial this year, just because that grass is skippy. So yeah, this is the Nova. And the next we got 2 C-Line P2s. We'll start off with the more overstable one. We'll go with the Sky God 3. This was given to me by my good friend Kai Kim. You'll see a couple of discs in here given to me by him. But yeah, no, this thing is money. Really reliable fade. Can really crush on it. I know it's not going to turn over. Unless I get over on it, it won't roll over, which is nice. But if I get over on it, it's just gonna pan and slowly fade out the flat, which is great in a putter, throwing putter. So yeah, this is I usually throw this off the tee more than I throw it for up shots. But yeah, so Sky God 3, and then we'll go over to our next C-Line P2. This one is a black. This one's also given to me by Kai. So it's got a sweet Simon Lizotte stamp on it. Day of recording this, Simon announced that he's leaving Discmania, which kind of stinks. Don't know exactly where he's going to. There's been rumors of him going to MVP, but yeah. So definitely a great disc. It's not as overstable as a Sky God, but it won't turn over if I really hook on it. It's pretty similar to the Sky God, except it just doesn't have that exact like crashing fade. It's gonna slowly fade instead. I've thrown this one off the tee a bunch too. I'm using this one for more of approach shots more than that Sky God, just because like I know. Just because the Sky God is just so overstable for those approach shots that it doesn't really go anywhere. But yeah, C-Line P2. Alright, and then we got the last one of the approach discs bunch. We got a Star Toro. This thing is really flat. I'm still kind of getting used to it. Switching over from the mixed bags, I was throwing zones and stuff, so yeah, this is gonna take some getting used to just because it's so overstable and has no glide. It's kind of hard to trust just because I feel like I can flip it over, but I know I'm not. So I always like kind of short arm it, but it's gonna take some getting used to, you know. It's feels really good in the hand. Yeah, I'll throw this one up, mainly up shots. I'm pretty much of a forehand dominant upshot player, so whipping this one out a bunch on the course. Like I said, still getting used to it, but a matter of time till this thing's parking holes. All right. So now on to mid ranges. Currently, I have 4 mid ranges in the bag. Definitely a lot less than when I was moving, or when I lived up in Washington, just because down here it's so wide open that you could pretty much just throw like stock hyzers everywhere. But I'll start off with the flippiest one of the bunch. It is a 10-time KC Pro Rock. This thing is money. It is dead straight to a little bit of turn, won't roll over on me. Hyzer flip dead straight flat. Yeah, this was definitely the woods disc back up in Washington, but up here it's I'm not throwing it as much, but it still finds its way onto the course somehow just because it's such a great disc. Yeah, so 10-time KC Pro Rock, and we'll move over to the second a step up. We got a C-Line Glow ND4. This thing is really nice. I was throwing it. I've been throwing it a lot. It's similar to that rock, except I know I can really get a hold of this one. Like, it's got a bunch of torque resistance. It'll pop up, flip a little bit, and then slowly start to come back. It is a great disc. It's got the eagle stamp on it, which is pretty sweet. And yeah, I'm throwing this one off the tee a bunch out here just because holes aren't too long. Whenever I need that dead straight shot, got this one out here. So yeah, C-Line Glow MD4. Okay, next step up is a Meadow Flake Rock 3. This one's new to the bag. I've been kind of figuring out this slot because I have a bunch of Rock 3s at the house, but they're all pretty beat in, flip too much. They don't have that reliable fade that I need, and this has it. It is, I can throw it flat, know it's not going to turn, it's always going to finish. Get over on it and it's going to finish. It's a great reliable overstable rock 3. So yeah, it's got a pretty flat, a little bit of pop to it. Not too much though. But yeah, no, this thing feels really nice. First time ever throwing like a Meadow Flake mid-range, and I'm really enjoying it. Really holds up to my speed when I throw. So yeah, that's really nice. All right, so next we got the Champion Gator. This thing is really nice, super overstable, really flat. No matter how I throw it, it's always gonna fade. That's just how overstable. That's how gators are. But it's a step up from that Toro that I throw. Not really finding a ton of shots out here, but it's just a good thing to have in the bag just in case I need it. I'm really enjoying throwing this thing on. Now that Shelly Sharp and Memorial are coming up, I'm really got to practice that triple mando on hole 1 at Vista. So yeah, this thing is throwing it. This is money just for that shot because I'm just throwing on any it holds, and I know it's gonna come back. It won't flip over, won't crash really fast. But yeah, so Gator. All right, moving on to the fairway drivers. Got a lot in here. I'll just start off with these for now. Currently got 6 in the bag right now. Well, 9. Got a couple Firebirds, but I'll start off with these. I got 3 T-Bird 3s. Start off with the most flippy one. This is a Halo T-Bird 3. Had this in the bag. I've had this in the bag for a long time, probably about close to over a year now. It's pretty flippy. It flies like a great TL. Pop it up on, or throw it on hyzer, pops up to flat, kind of turns a little bit, and it has that kind of pan out to a little bit reliable fade. Throw it flat, it's going to turn and just hold. It's a great shot shaping disc. Yeah, so here's the Halo T-Bird 3, and then we'll step up from that. I just recently put this in the bag. It is a Ricky Wysocki Champ T-Bird 3. This one is still kind of figuring it out. It was in the bag for a little bit a while ago, but that was when I didn't have as fast as arm speed as I have now, so just decided to put it back in the bag. It's definitely a big compliment to that Halo T-Bird 3. I really like it because if I throw it flat, it's going to turn a little bit and then slowly come back. Pop it up on, throw it on hyzer, pop up, just fly dead straight with some fade. Yeah, it's Champ T-Bird 3. And then the last of the T-Bird 3 bunch, we got a Metal Flake T-Bird 3. Really like this one because it has a bunch of reliable fade. A little bit turn to it, but it always comes back. Really like throwing big stock hyzers with it, and just some shots that need to go left. I'd say that my most thrown out of the bunch, definitely the Halo one, just because I'm so used to it. It's definitely pretty comfortable. I know what it's going to do every single time. But yeah, so there's the T-Bird 3s. And next disc, probably the disc I've had in my bag the longest, is a Champion Savant. As many of you guys in Washington know, this was my disc up there. Don't throw it as much down here just because I don't really need it, and plus it's getting pretty flippy. But yeah, so this thing is really flippy. I can throw it on hyzer, pop up, just hold. Throw it flat, it's gonna really turn. But yeah, no, it's like a great shot shaping disc. It's if I need a shot to go farther than that T-Bird 3. But yeah, and then I'll throw it sometimes for sidearm if I just need like a nice little like pop up and just kind of ride straight. I'll throw this. But yeah, no, this is really suggest go getting Savant. Probably one of the most underrated discs out there. But yeah, so here's Champ Savant. And then next we got 2 Thunderbirds. Start off with this one. This is a, I believe 2020. I think it's a 2020 Big Germ Thunderbird. If not, let me know down in the comments what it is, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Pretty flat, really reliable finish. Really like this just because you always gotta have a Thunderbird in the bag, you know? Throw it for sidearms sometimes, backhand, big hyzers. Cool thing about this disc is it was a second ace out at what used to be Dillicum Southeast. It was hole 16, sweet skip ace. Yeah, good memories with that. But yeah, no. Feels really good in the hand. I really like the, this star plastic is just amazing. But yeah, so here's the Star Thunderbird. Okay, and then next we got a sweet Champion Thunderbird. This one is more overstable than that Star one. Yeah, just pretty much the exact same, just a little bit more fade at the end. Don't really throw this one much sidearm, just because it's not as torque resistant for sidearm as the Star one. But yeah, I got this one out at Fairway a couple years ago, so that was sweet. And it's definitely perfect for down here because it's black. I mean, it's not great for anywhere, but it's definitely better down in Arizona than it is at up in Washington because there's no bushes down here, so can't lose it unless you throw it in the water. But yeah, so there's that one. Older run, it's penned, which is pretty sweet, and it's got some sweet bubbles in the rim. But yeah, so there's those fairways, and then we'll go on to like the utility discs. Alright, so I got 3 Firebirds in the bag. I know you're probably thinking like, man, why this guy got 3 Firebirds in the bag? Let me explain. Okay, so we got grass all over it. Probably my favorite disc in the bag. It is a older 12-time Firebird given to me by my dad. This thing is like the perfect Sexton Firebird. Goes wherever you want, whenever you want. It's got throw it flat on some mani, it's going to turn, and then it's got to have that reliable fade for sidearm. Really love throwing this thing also for backhand hyzers, just because that's what I throw a lot out here because there's like no trees. But yeah, you'll see me throw this thing on the course, probably my most thrown disc. But yeah, no, I got 2 aces on this one. Trying to think. Oh, range, it's barely on here. Range shadow, and I don't remember a hole. And then out at Conicito, hole number 7 in the long spot, threw a big spike hyzer, bounced right in. It was pretty sweet. But yeah, no. Best Firebird ever. I'm just gonna stay right there. And then step up from that, we got a Champ Glow Firebird. This thing is really nice. It's definitely a big step. It's a step up from this Firebird, from the previous Firebird. But yeah, no, it's gonna have that reliable fade because it's a Firebird. Throw it on Annie, always gonna come back. Throw it flat, definitely gonna come back. I really like throwing this one for big hyzers too. I mainly throw this one more sidearm than I do throw a backhand. Yeah, no, I picked this one up out of a used bin, brand new, for like $9, and I was like, yeah, I'm definitely snagging that. Thing is money. Yeah, no, definitely a great Firebird. Then we'll go on to the next one, which is a tank. This is a Firebird, but it's so overstable. It's got a sweet sling blade sling blade stamp. I picked this one up out at USUGC last year. Saw it and I was like, man, I gotta get that. That thing is sweet. Need an overstable Firebird. And overstable I got. This thing does not really want to fly. I could throw it like this, and it's gonna finish like this. It's so overstable. Don't really throw it as much, but you gotta have a disc like this because you never know what situation you'll be in. And plus, it looks really cool when it's flying. Oh, but yeah. So there's fairway drivers, and we'll go on to the distance drivers. All right. So onto the distance drivers. I got 5 destroyers, 1 Excalibur. Trying to figure out these 2 because I just recently lost a disc that was perfect for that spot, but I'm trying to figure it out. One of them will probably come out. But yeah, so we'll start off with the most flippy one. It is just a normal stock Star Destroyer. Really poppy. I know you can't hear from there. It was pretty poppy. Really flippy. Throw it like this, it's gonna pop up and turn. I really like this one for long distance rollers, and then also for big, huge, just distance shots that are just wide open. I could throw big, huge Annie. It's gonna turn and it's gonna slowly come back. Don't really throw this one sidearm just because it's new in the bag. Haven't really played with it a whole bunch, but it's just really flippy. Alright, on to the next one. We got a bottom stamped Star Destroyer. This thing bombs. Really domey. I love domey destroyers. So I can throw this one on some hyzer. It's going to pop up, turn, and it's going to slowly come back. And then same thing, this thing goes really far, so I could put it, So I could put it on a big, huge distance line. It's going to turn, and it's going to slowly pan out and then finish. Yeah, I like this thing also. It goes really far for sidearms. It's really effortlessly to throw sidearms far with this thing because it's got a lot of turn. I can throw flat. It's going to turn over. It's going to come back. Annie, it's going to turn a lot more, obviously, but it's always got that reliable finish with the sidearm. Yeah, so bottom stamp destroyer with a sweet Innova Air Force stamp on it. And then go on to my favorite run of destroyers. It is a 2020 Heimberg destroyer. Bought a bunch of these from Tom Osterdahl. Shout out Tom. got a bunch of backups. Really happy about that. Only got one in the bag right now just because I don't really want to throw any others because I'm just too scared to lose them, you know. But yeah, so we got these ones. This thing is money. It's got that reliable fade like a destroyer does, but it's just like the perfect feel, great dome. This is probably my most thrown destroyer. I'd say this is probably my most thrown disc, right behind that orange Firebird that I showed you earlier. But yeah, so this thing, get it over, it'll come back. It's not like, it doesn't have like crazy finish, but it's gonna finish. It's not like ridiculous dump, but yeah, it's got that finish to it, obviously, like I just said. But yeah, no, these things work perfectly for me. I love them for sidearm. Get them over on Annie, they'll hold, and you know they're always going to come back. Same thing with backhand. Get it over, it's going to come back. Yeah, Calvin, if you could make another run of these, that'd be so sweet. I'd really enjoy that. But yeah, no, here's best destroyer ever. And then this is a spot where I'm trying to figure out a disc for it. It's kind of like it's overstable, more overstable than this destroyer, but not as overstable as my next one. Dang it. But not as overstable as my next one. Previously I had a nice super gummy Metal Flake destroyer, but I decided to throw that in the water because I'm not very smart. So yeah, I'm trying to figure this spot out. It's between a 2019 Calvin Heimberg destroyer. I'm liking these because it's got that reliable fade. The plastic feels amazing. Only thing I wish is that it was more domey. Not the biggest fan of flat destroyers, and that's what these runs came out as. It's pretty flat. Yeah, no, this thing's got a bunch of fade. Maybe a little too overstable for what I'm looking for, but we'll figure something out. But yeah, no, this thing's sweet. I lost this a while ago out at Fountain Hills, and previously just got it back, which I'm pretty stoked about because I was pretty bummed that I just lost it. But yeah, no, got this one back. We'll see if it makes the bag. Not 100% sure, but yeah, never know. Sweet Heimberg destroyer. And then we'll move on to the most overstable destroyer in my bag. We got a 2021 Halo Heimberg. These are the first Halo Heimbergs that came out. Not like the first run, but like the first set of them, I guess. This one's really nice. Got that perfect dome to it, like just like the 2019s. This one's cool because me and my dad dyed this one. It was originally just pink and kind of like a light pink, almost white, and then we decided to do like some orange with it, which I really like. I'm throwing this one a lot down here just because it works out perfectly for those big Stockhizers. Yeah, I don't really throw this one too much sidearm just because it's so beefy. But yeah, no, this thing, if you throw one of these destroyers, you know how overstable they are. Yeah, it's nice though because it's got that reliable fade. It's always going to finish. It's never going to roll over on you. If it does, then did something wrong. But yeah, so there's that one. And then I'll go over to the other disc that trying to fill that one slot up. It's a just a basic Stock Star Excalibur. This was also given to me by Kai. Just recently put this in, trying to figure it out, toy with it a little bit. Haven't thrown it too much, but what I do know, it's pretty close. It has a little bit of turn to it, but it's got that super dump when it slows down, which is pretty nice. But yeah, no, I haven't really throw this one on sidearm. It's gonna come back, but you can get over on it. It's gonna turn a little bit, but it's gonna come back. Yeah, so see which one makes the bag. Really like this one because it's like older Star, so it feels really good. Got a little bit of dome to it. Pretty gummy, which I love. I love like kind of gummy discs. But yeah, no, here's that Excalibur. And then let's go over to the bag. I will start with go with the mini. This one is a mini gifted to me by my girlfriend. I'm a pretty big Star Wars nerd, so this one's a Mandalorian mini, and it says "This is the way." Really excited about that. I got that for Christmas. That was pretty sweet. Then we'll go over to the bag. right now I'm rocking a pound bag. I don't exactly know all the names, but this is like the second biggest one, I'm pretty sure. I think it's, yeah, I don't even know what it's called. I think it's the Octothorpe. I don't know if I'm right though. But yeah, no, I custom did this one. Got this about I got this about a year and a half ago. Yeah, no, I'm really liking it. It's really comfortable on the back. Holds a bunch of discs. Got discs on the storage, water bottles, and then you could fit a bunch of stuff in the side of the bag too. There's a bunch of pockets with a bunch of space. Fit 5 putters up here, which is pretty nice. And then this is where I put my phone and like all that and scorecard stuff. But yeah, no, really enjoying this bag. And then last thing I'll show you is another gift I got for Christmas. It's a rangefinder. It is a, I don't know what, Revarsi. Yeah, it works out pretty well. Haven't really used it on the course a whole bunch just because I haven't had any like times when I really needed it. But it's always nice to have for like field work and stuff, to really realize like how, oh hey, I threw this that far, or oh wow, I threw that far, let's see how far it went. It's pretty fun. And then also just to see like how far holes are and stuff too. Yeah. But yeah, no. There's the in the bag. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna be doing a giveaway on my Instagram soon, so stay tuned for that. I just recently hit 500 followers on Instagram, so thanks a lot, guys. Yeah, so stay tuned for that. I'll be posting it on my Instagram. It'll be on Facebook too. But yeah, so thanks, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed, and hit that subscribe button. Peace.